I was telling about pandemic situation, and I was telling about the bad side, mm, and now I'm continuing the next part, means the good side of this pandemic situation. What I How I enjoyed with my family during this lockdown period, etc. So for this lockdown, for this in this pandemic situation, when there had lockdown, then all family members, for this lockdown, everyone in the family was able to get together. So that's why I enjoyed lot with my family members. And I also had some confusion about my exam, because when there had lockdown, then I was giving the exam of class 11. So I could not give exam of three subject. So that's why, um, and our exam cancelled for this pandemic situation. So that's why I had a tension, and I also had a confusion that, can we give exam again, can we but unfortunately I could not give this exam, because this pandemic, so this covid took a deadly form middle of the year. So that's why it was not possible for giving exam. And board exam board exam also happening in this time, and board exam also cancelled for this pandemic situation. And I then, for in this pandemic situation, I could not concentrate in my study properly. So but when our government announced finally that our exam is cancelled, sorry, our exam, my exam has cancelled. So then I got released, that at least, then I did not have any confusion, or then I did not have any fearness about exam. And during this during this lockdown, my sister-in-law cooked different dishes, delicious dishes, like gravy chow mein, pizza, cake, chocolate cake, and she cooked a lot of delicious food, and I ate this food. And my mother also cooked some delicious food. And in this during this lockdown period, uh, we ate biryani, means we ate biryani every month. We ate biryani, means it was a common food, means and we when we made this food, then we enjoyed this time. And we then we could not go outside. And then we were also feeling bored sometime. And then we also watched movie in our home, on TV. And I also watched a movie, and the name of movies, and we watched two or three movie in this pandemic situation. And for this pandemic situation, for this lockdown, and I could learn English through the help of my brother. And otherwise, most of the time I played with my sister-in-law, with my mother, with my father, ludo. We played ludo day and night. And we did not we did not get anything for passing the time. So that's why at last, when we did not have nothing to do, then we played for passing the time. And and I also enjoyed it when I played with my all family members. Then I got lot of fun. And and most of the time I lost it in the game. And that's why then I got very upset, and sometime I did quarrel with my mother, because sometime I cheated in the game. And it was really it was really very good time, well time with my family members. And I also had some storybooks for my study, when for pressure of my study, when I used to go to the school, then I had pressure of studies, so that's why then I could not read my storybooks properly. So when I got this long time, then I also read it, the all stories of my storybook. And I completed the to read. I also read it. I also read it all stories of my storybooks. And I really got a lot of company of my parents during this time. Before this time I did not get a lot of company from my parents, and my parents also did not get a lot of times from me, because they also stayed busy in work, and I also stayed busy for my study. So that's why I got lot of time. Means you can say I got a whole year for spending lot of time with my family members. And for this pandemic situation, and I also learned how to cook. I did not make food any food before, but in this pandemic situation I could learn to make some food, like and for this pandemic situation, I could take preparation for some competitive exam, and I am also taking preparation now. And I told before that I could learn English properly, because I got a lot of time, and I'm now practicing English, and I am learning English now. And that's and it is the good side, means good side, the pandemic situation, according to me.